episode of Hawks and the Hedges for this school year, and my last episode as host. I'm Hannah Kaufman.
I'm Reed Mitchell.
And I'm Matthew McKelligan.
Today we're going to be talking about our main school story, where we have graduation as our main topic.
And the opinion segment, which is girls versus pants.
Well, we got a really full schedule for you today, so now let's send it over to Zach and Jacob with the dance team.
Hi, I'm here with Miss Schroyer talking about dance team. So, Miss Schroyer, where does dance team perform primarily?
It's technically a winter activity, so we usually perform at the boys' basketball games. I think we did 3 or 4 basketball games this past winter, and we performed during halftime. Yep.
What leaders do you have on the team that you're going to miss next year?
Well, Grace Cole and Amaya Jones were our senior captains this year, and they both did a really great job of stepping up and taking leadership, especially as a first-year advisor. I didn't really know what my role should be, but they both took the lead, and we'll definitely miss them next year.
What is your role? What do you do during a typical practice?
Well, I'm technically just an advisor. I do give input occasionally. My role during a practice depends on the practice. If they're choreographing, sometimes I'll add input, give ideas. We will talk about songs, that kind of thing. Sometimes if they're just practicing, I will grade papers or do something like that. Watch, but also work on other things.
So it's more easygoing than it is structured?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's definitely a student-led group. So while I'm the advisor, I'm like the staff person that is there. It's definitely student-led, and they choreograph and they choose songs and that kind of thing. I'm just there to oversee and make sure everything stays appropriate.
So how did you become the coach?
Actually, it was kind of a fluke because I had Grace Cole in class last year, and she said she told me that Miss Kohut was the current advisor, and Grace knew that I had a little bit of dance in high school, and so asked if I might like to be the new advisor, and Miss Kohut was okay with letting the team go, so that was it. It was just kind of an easy transition, and it's been really fun. So
Perfect fit.
Yeah, it's fun.
So how would people get involved?
If you want to get involved, really talking to the student leaders, I think, is the best idea. But you can email me, or Grace Cole or Amaya Jones are still our current seniors. But you could email me, come see me, that kind of thing. And we'll meet in the fall for the first meeting. And you can sign up there and figure out how to get involved, because we're not meeting currently. So, yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm with Miss Schroyer, signing out.
Thanks, Zach and Jacob, for that take on the dance team.
Now let's throw it over to TJ with Mr. Etkin on faculty profile.
That's me right there.
Hi, welcome back to Faculty Profile. I'm TJ Johnson. I'm here with Mr. Aiken, who teaches history here at Hartley. Today I'm going to ask him a few questions so that the Hartley community can get to know him better. So, Mr. Aiken, we'll start with school. Where did you go to school? In high school and college?
I went to high school at Bishop Reedy over on the west side. And for college, I went to The Ohio State University.
Okay. Did you play any sports in high school and college?
Baseball in high school, and I didn't really play any sports in college.
Okay. So why did you choose teaching? Has it always been like a want for you, or did it just sort of happen?
It came to me in college during the Mitt Romney-Barack Obama election. The necessity for an educated voter is what drove me to teach history.
So how long have you been teaching?
This is my first full year, my second year with a license.
Okay. So what's your view of Hartley been so far since this has been your first year at Hartley?
What's my view of Hartley? Hartley is where excellent students meets excellent management.
Okay, so you told me something interesting about yourself, like something you do outside of school. Is there anything?
I'm not a very interesting guy.
Not really? Just a little bit?
I just work.
Really?
That's me. I have a 3-legged dog. How about that?
Oh, that's
Frank, yeah.
Okay. So how have you been getting involved with the students in the school?
So far this year, outside of just trying my best to make sure as many students perform well as I can. I've tried to make my way to a couple of the football games, a couple of the basketball games, been to 2 or 3 softball games, a single baseball game. I'd like to get out to one of the playoff games. Outside of that, I can't really say I've gotten very involved. I did go to Kairos, and that was an eye-opening experience for me. I went as a student at Bishop Reedy, and having gone as a teacher at Hartley, it definitely gave me a different view on it.
Okay, so seeing as this is your first year as a full teacher, how do you feel your teaching style has impacted the students? Do you feel like you would need to change it next year, or
does it need to change next year? Of course it does. What I think that I have been able to offer students is a way of taking notes that will help them, those that go on to college, and hopefully a great deal do. They'll be able to take notes effectively at the next level. I have put an emphasis on how do you abbreviate things, how do you decipher what's important, both in regards to a lecture, providing a lecture, or reading through texts assigned by whoever is doing the assigning.
This has been Mr. Etkin, and hopefully this faculty profile has helped you get to know him a little bit better. We'll send it back over to the hosts.
Thanks, TJ and Mr. Edkin, for the faculty profile.
You know what I've always wondered? How high school students can be so good at balancing their academics and balancing their sports. Well, we're going to sit down with the star student, Sophia Sigletti, and she's going to discuss about it.
Hi, I'm Bradley Schumann here with Andrew Trainer and Sophia Sigletti, this week's star student. Sophia, how's your school year going?
It's going really well. Grades are something that I think are really important to me, and I just always try to hold myself accountable when it comes to grades.
Wow, so grades always come first, but how's the softball season been so far?
Softball's going pretty well. We just had our first tournament game. We won 19-0 against Independence. Pretty good.
Wow.
But yeah, but it's going really well for us, especially not just winning games, but the team aspect is a lot better this year.
Well, besides softball, what do you like to do?
I like to go home and take naps and then do my homework. It's just my normal routine.
Well, at school, what is it like knowing that you're such a huge role model for basically everyone at Hartley?
I wouldn't say that, but
Humble. She's humble, that's why she's a star student.
I mean,
Inspiring.
Really,
honestly.
I don't really focus on being a role model for other people. I mean, I just try and focus on getting good grades for myself and for giving myself the best future that I can.
Wow, speaking of good grades, how are you preparing for finals coming up? Are you nervous at all?
Yeah, last year finals were pretty stressful, but this year's just 10 times more. So I'm thinking about starting to prepare a week before instead of the day before.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this has been a star student with Sophia Sigletti, signing off.
Thanks, Andrew and Bradley, for getting that interview with Sophia Sigletti.
Well, now we're moving into the meat of our show, where we might see Hannah cry because of graduation. Need a tissue?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Alright, let's move into this.
Congratulations, class of 2018. We've had a lot of good memories with you guys.
Me with dance.
And me with cheer.
And now we would like to let you guys have the last word.
Here's the senior class with Dear Future Self.
Dear future self, I hope you learn how to not do everything last minute, and I hope that you're successful enough to have the time to nap every day.
Dear future self, continue to be the fun, bubbly, outgoing person you are, and make sure you continue to just laugh everything off.
Dear future self, I hope you don't procrastinate still. I hope you're still striving for the cash and working hard in school.
Dear future self, I don't know what you're doing, but do better.
Dear future self,
Don't cry over spilled milk and never let a cloud ruin your sunshine.
Be your future self. Get out of Ohio and make it big in a big place and be happy.
Dear future self, always remember to stay true to yourself and don't have an RBF.
Dear future self, please strive to be the best person that you could possibly be. Keep trying to get the goals that you set for yourself and continue to get yacked.
I see myself either, I have a couple things I see myself doing. I see myself either having like my own like talk show like Oprah, gotta love Oprah, or being on like Good Morning America, or either being a ESPN reporter.
My best memory from Hartley was joining the dive team senior year.
So words of encouragement for future leaders, I would say you do not need a position or title to be a good leader. You just need to put others before yourself and make sure that the good of others is before you.
Yeah, and they're teenagers.
Wow, that was pretty cute. If I had tear ducts, I would totally cry, but I don't. Hannah?
All right, okay. So we're going to send it over to Ashley with Coach Wooten to talk about softball.
Hi, this is another segment of Coach's Corner, and I'm Ashley Wagner, and this is the softball coach. How did the season go this year?
Season went well. We ended up, our biggest game was beating DeSales at DeSales. We went to districts. We didn't place or anything like that, but the overall season ended up well. The girls did really well.
What player or players stood out to you this season?
Definitely all of our seniors. We had a senior that has never played before, and she came out and had a great season as well. We had a very young infield, so my third baseman, shortstop, so it's Alyssa Thompson, Cami Quarterkratz, our pitcher, Sophia Sigletti, Carolyn Heinmiller, and Bella Hoffman, was our second baseman, and our first baseman, Aiden Palestino and Dana Shoulders. Definitely our catchers, Tori, Gary, and Lauren Barclay, for sure. Those are all returning next year, so they are standout athletes to us.
Well, thank you for talking with me, and good luck next season.
Thanks, Ashley and Coach Wooten. Seems like softball's had a pretty good season this year.
It has. Now let's see what more spring sports are up to with Mason and Garrett when they say.
Welcome to another edition of the Sports Rundown. I'm Mason Sawyer. This is Garrett Tipton. We have a lot on tap today. Garrett, what are we checking out first?
We're going to go over to Jacob Culberson, who's going to explain the baseball season so far.
I'm here with Jacob Culbertson, member of the baseball team. So, Jacob, how did the season go as a whole this year?
The season went really well this year. We finished 16-7 in the regular season. We just got a great playoff win against Buckeye Valley. And, all our players contributed in the ways that they were supposed to.
Speaking of the win against Buckeye Valley, you won a 10-0 shutout. You were the pitcher there. Also, congratulations on first team All-CCL. They came out yesterday. Can you give us anybody else that made All-CCL?
Yeah, Luke Rollins made first team, as well as Philip Cole and Mason Sawyer. And then Thomas Mahan was on the second team.
So speaking of the CCL, you guys won the whole league this year.
Yes.
So how'd that feel to you and the seniors?
That felt great. I mean, it hasn't happened. We were co-champs 2 years ago, and it feels great to our team because we were the underdog this year. Everybody thought we were the young team that couldn't do anything, and that we would maybe get 500 if we were lucky. And so it felt great to our team. And with Luke's walk-off hit on senior night, it really says a lot about our team, about how we can come back and how selfless and relentless we are.
Well, we're going to check out Luke's hit right now.
Left-handed hitter. As Peck winds and delivers the first pitch. Swung on, a hit in the air toward left center field.
Get out of here.
That ball is carrying. That ball is gone! It's a home run! And the Hawks have won the game! And they take a share of the CCL title! Luke Rollins touches the ball and comes to home plate, ready to celebrate with his teammates. And that's how it ends. Rollins.
We're joined by a member of the boys tennis team, Colin Bender. Colin, how did the season finish up for you guys as a team?
It finished up really well for us, actually. We beat Reynoldsburg in our last regular season match as a team, so that was really good for us heading into sectionals.
So, Colin, how'd your season go individually?
My season went really well. We had a lot of rainouts, but one of my definitely biggest wins was against DeSales, so that was really good.
Now, you've been playing tennis on the varsity level since your freshman year. Probably can't believe it's already finished, but how has that either shaped you, or what's the experience been like since freshman year?
It's definitely built in a lot of leadership for me coming in, because starting out as a freshman, we didn't know if we were going to have a team because there was not a whole lot of interest, and it's never been big at Hartley, but we found a team and it's grown a lot ever since then. So,
thank you, Colin.
Thank you.
Other notable sports here, the track team is on fire. Girls just got second in the CCL and the boys just got third.
Softball had one of the best seasons they've had in a long time. 12-0 win against Independence in the first round of the tournament. Cut a little short by a 10-9 loss at Granville. Really tough for the seniors, but it was a great season. Lacrosse, 9 straight wins, followed with the second in CCL. They're getting ready to start their tournament. Hopefully make a good run.
Oh, that's great stuff. Thank you for watching another edition of the Sports Rundown.
Thanks, Mason and Garrett, for giving us that sports rundown.
Hey Reed, do you think God's plan's going to be on the top 10 this week?
If it is, we're going to have some issues. Well, Sean and Ryan have that answer. Let's see what they have to say.
Coming in at number 5 out of Post Malone's new album, we have Better Now.
You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. You know I said that I am better now, better now. I only say that cause...
Still holding a top 5 spot, we have Meant to Be by Bebe Rexha.
Everything's gonna be alright. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be.
Coming in at number 3, we have No Tears by Ariana Grande.
Right now, I'm in a state of mind. I wanna be in like all the time. Ain't got no tears left to cry. So I'm picking it up, picking it up. I'm loving, I'm living, I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up, picking it up. I'm loving, I'm living, I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up.
Still holding a top 5 spot, we have God's Plan by Drake coming in at number 2.
They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me.
Holding the number 1 spot again this week, we have Drake with a different song, Nice for What.
Everybody get your roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low.
Top 5 movies, we have Black Panther still holding strong at number 5.
A war is coming.
That's damn calm.
Watch me do my. I
hope you're ready, bro. Cause I'm just getting started. Let's have some fun.
Alright, coming in at number 4, we have Rampage, new movie that came out.
It's weird. You like hang out with animals more than people.
Yeah, well, animals get me. I rescued George when he was 2 years old. George never would have survived on his own.
He definitely trusts you.
Last night, George was 7 feet and he weighed 500 pounds. George, you okay, buddy? You're scared. It's okay. This morning...
Coming in at number 3, we have I Feel Pretty.
Are you shopping for a gift?
Kind of browsing for me.
So sizing is a little limited here in the store, but you could probably find your size online.
No matter how many times we hear, it's what's on the inside that matters. Women know deep down, it's what's on the outside that the whole world judges.
Alright, coming in at number 2, still holding strong on the leaderboard, Quiet Place. Alright, coming in at number 1, a big surprise here, Avengers Infinity War.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people, to see if we could become something more. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Thanks, Sean and Ryan, for this month's entertainment. The song made it to number 2.
Alright, can we stop? The song needs to be all the way down at the bottom.
Hi, welcome back to another segment of How To. I'm Hannah Kaufman.
And I'm TJ Johnson.
And we're here with Braylon and Philip to teach us how to dance.
So, Braylon, where'd you learn how to dance?
It kind of comes natural, but like going online and like watching videos and stuff like that, kind of implementing the people like that dance like online and stuff like that, like doing it or singing it and then doing it like in our dances, it kind of helps us. So.
Alright, and Philip, what dances are you going to teach them today?
So today, hopefully I can teach them some basic footwork, then some basic hits, but between the hits we want them to get creative and come up with their own stuff.
Alrighty, so let's teach them how.
I can't explain, I just build the beat.
So like the 2 hands though, right?
Yeah, so first is 1 hand, and then we'll tell you to do like 2 hands, and then go like this.
2 hands.
And then keep doing that. Then after that, this one's kind of hard.
So it's like this.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, you're just this.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a foot clap there by Philip.
Yeah. Then I think that's 4 times. Yeah, I think you do that like 4 times.
Every time.
And then like the beat like finally like drops. So then you can like add something in. See, that's alright. This is everybody.
How long is that? Like.
It's like a.
It was just like 2 counts. Like a movement. Okay, and then we do that.
Yeah. So once you hear the song, you'll like know when the beat drops. So on the beat drop, that's when you.
That's the hand thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There should be video of the way they explain this, by the way.
Yeah. Perfect.
With the twins, I done came in here with 217. 217, say something. 217 on the track, man. With my friends, we get turned up. We get turned up. We get turned up. And with my friends, we get turned up. We get turned up. We get turned up. Hey, this young. We get turned up. We get turned up. We get turned up. And with my friends, we get turned up. We get turned up. Hey, okay, the twin turn up. Yeah.
Let's pick up this paper and put down the guns. Your mama know you ugly.
You your daddy's son.
Yeah. First I hear the beat, then I carry my step. Hit on with them hips, slide to the left. RP the bank.
Alright, we had some special guests today help us out with our how-to video, so we're going to introduce themselves.
Mrs. Fix. Mrs. Mullins.
Miss Umpleby. Miss Archie. Mrs. Rudy.
And do you guys have any advice for learning how to dance?
I would just say that whatever you do it with confidence.
Wow, Hannah. How do you feel about pants and girls?
Well, I think personally girls should be able to wear pants all year round. Like, I mean, if I'm wearing a skirt, pants are more appropriate anyway, so what's all the commotion about, like, how do you feel?
Well, I don't know yet. Let's see what Taryn has to say about the opinion segment.
Okay, so I'm here with Emma Ramsey to get her personal opinion on this topic. So, Emma, how do you feel about not being able to wear pants all year since you do prefer pants over the jumper?
I don't know. It's more of a personal thing for me. Like, I am self-conscious about my legs, so I'm like, I don't personally like the jumper. I feel more comfortable in pants, and that's just how I am. Like, I don't know. It's more of a self-conscious thing, and I feel some people might feel self-conscious if they're forced to wear, jumpers.
Girls not being able to wear pants the whole year, I feel like it's an unfair rule because, like, what if, like, the girl just, like, she wants to. It's not like she's out of uniform. She wants to just wear pants because she probably prefers pants over a jumper. So I feel like, to be fair, they should let her choose, have the choice.
Yeah, like, well, I feel like girls should be able to wear pants when they feel like it. What if they're not feeling a certain type of, like, and like, what if they're not in their comfort zone that day? What if they don't feel like showing their legs or whatever? I don't even know. Like, a uniform's a uniform, and I feel like we should be able to wear what uniform we have to wear. Like you say, we have pants for certain days. Like,
I don't think it's a practical solution, to be honest, and it's mostly dependent upon weather, obviously. So in the winter, you're good with that, and you bundle up. But when it comes spring or early summer when we're back to school, can you imagine wearing sweaters that are required with pants, or a sweatshirt, or whatever it is in B-wing or in A-wing? I don't think it's practical. And truthfully, I like the look of the jumpers a whole lot better. Wish we'd find an iron, though, sometimes. Let's iron those blouses, ladies.
Well, I finally have my own opinion formed after watching that. I understand why they do it. It's uniform, so it should be law in the school, which is taking it to an extreme. But, Hannah, do you understand why I see the clarity in this?
Partially, yes, but I also just feel like pants are pants, and if you want to wear pants, then wear the pants. We just want to thank some people before we wrap up this last episode. So shout out to Mr. Jahan for the video production class and for providing everything for us. Shout out to TJ Johnson for always recording us, and anyone else who participated in the show. And
we want to thank you guys for watching for the course of this school year.
yeah, and so I'm Hannah Kaufman.
I'm Reed.
And I'm Matthew McElligott, signing off one final time.